Today, Dennis and I are building an armchair, and it won't be long before we're ready to put it together. In the meantime, I want to use a chop saw, but where are my designer goggles?
Hey, get out of here! Spoiling your image.
Den's busy cutting out the mortises in the legs, whilst I'm using the chop saw to cut out the tenons. That's giving me my angled shoulder for the tenon.
That's left hand back. My blue would probably be better than on oak and red, but unfortunately I haven't got any blue.
Because all the shoulders are actually stepped back all the way round, what this means is that the mortises, when shrinkage occurs, you don't actually get a hole appear. So that's what we're doing. It's probably best done by hand as well. One of the few things that I will accept is probably best done by hand.
Got a distance back there to allow for shrinkage. The shrinkage in the height and the length of the timber very seldom ever occurs. The size is very small, it's not worth worrying about. But in the width and the thickness, it shrinks with the moisture content going up and down.
Right, we're ready to do the shape work, and I've been really looking forward to this because it's when the chair will actually take shape.
And this time we don't want to make a mistake, as both of us will get the chop.
I'm cutting out the shape for the top of the armchair. As it's a tight curve, I've made a series of slots, and now I can cut out each segment at a time. With the top done, I can now cut out the legs, and the blade straining to do the work. As I'm doing the cuts in different directions, I'm using sticky tape to hold all the pieces together to make sure nothing slips out of place. Hey! Done the first leg. And there it is. Needs cleaning up, but it ain't bad, is it? While I'm cutting out more pieces, I can leave my mate Den to clean things up. Den's clamped the back part of the chair together to smooth over the joints. The legs of the armchair are nearly finished, bar some light sanding and scraping. I should be using a cabinet scraper to do this, but I was just so keen to bring out the grain. These medullary rays, they are really beautiful, yeah, but they're quite soft. Of course, when you run the blade over, it picks out the actual grain within that medullary ray, pulls it out, and then you're left with a void. So you've got to be careful. But you see a difference in colour there. Bits like this where it kind of splits out, they're just something you wouldn't be able to see happening. It just happens. So in this case, I might just shave that off, because it won't make any odds. Shave too much off though. I ain't going to shave any more off, end up with no leg. Hey Den, any chance of giving us a hand to put the chair together so we can check the arm lengths?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cheers man. Somehow balance that up then, should hold itself. Get this strap. Fitting the strap holds the chair together, and the cramps will pull the joints tight. I've made a template of an arm from plywood. If it fits, I can mark the real thing.
1 mil out, that's not bad.
That's not bad, 1 mil, mate. Oh, lovely. So now what I'm going to do, just going to rest that on there, aren't I? Okay, and it's this line here, yeah?
That's it, that's the shoulder size.
The shoulder, it's got to be angled like that, yeah, to match the back. Do that, it's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? I think I'll do it by hand. I love using machines, but sometimes you have to cut tenons by hand, especially if it's at an angle. I've cleaned the arm up. I think I'm ready to fit this, mate. It fits. This is the last joint on the actual chair. What's that you've done there, mate?
That's a spreader, just to keep it out, because otherwise if we put it round, he's going to pull it in. She said, give me a bit of slack.
A little bit of slack, mate.
Right.
You in?
Yeah.
That looks good, but before we can glue it together, we need to work on the decorated back panel. First thing is to check the measurements. One man and his router. Let's go for this then, eh? I'm cutting a groove in the frame to house the panel. For the back panel, I'm using the spindle moulder to cut a corresponding lip that fits the groove.
Right, I'll get on doing the top one. Just to see.
Yeah, go for it. Work on the seat is well underway. I'm using the router to smooth off the edges. A little bit of cleaning up and the seat's ready. I'm staying with the router to cut out the geometric design on the back panel, but there's a little problem. It's going to be good, isn't it? It's all ripping up. Nothing's quite as simple as it sounds, and it seems. What's happened, the paper keeps roughing up, so what I'm going to do to get over this, I'm going to score the lines through the paper into the back, and that'll hopefully let me see the pattern through the paper, therefore not needing a pattern on the paper anymore. And there we go, that. Brilliant. There's the detail on the back panel done, all routed out. All it needs now is to be cleaned up, and we're going to put a chamfer around the edge. That'll be the back panel done. Right then, here's our nice flat surface to build it on.
You've got a bigger one.
It's lovely. Right. Let's glue this up. We're not gluing the back panel into place to allow it to expand and contract according to conditions.
Yeah, we're okay.
A few cramps in place to squeeze the joints tight. But sometimes they may not be perfect.
If your joints and miters do not fit,
Fill them up with glue and
sawdust. Alright?
yeah,
How's it?
beautiful. Like you, Jim. There's one arm, over glued.
Right.
Not good. That's it, mate. All ready?
Yeah.
It's glued up.
Dusted, yeah.
Let's leave it dry, yeah?
Leave it dry overnight, that'll be alright.
Lovely. Next morning, and the chair's looking great. Now to drill the holes to secure the seat.
Oh, James, your old t-shirt, you don't mind me using that, do you? Hard luck.
Right.
Turn to the east.
Right. Hey. Because it's oak, you've got to use brass. It's something to do with the adhesiveness.
It's soft. It's soft, like you.
What?
Brass.
Brass is soft, that's right, that's why we're going to pre-screw. But the reason we're using brass in this is because the oak, isn't it the acid? Say that word?
If it would,
the acidicity.
that's it.
Acidicity. Some grease ready. This helps them go in or something, doesn't it, mate?
Makes life easier.
Is it?
Not too much.
Alright. A bit of animal fat as well. That's the last one. There we go. This is our finished product prior to varnishing and finish.
Or polishing. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it, hey?
Go on, have a sit down, mate. Is that a good comfy seat?
That's a nice comfortable
Is it comfy? Yeah, me on it, yeah, I bet it ain't. It is alright.
Good.
Well, I'm good in it. A few days later, and here is the completed armchair. Even if I say so myself, it looks great. We've given it a simple wax finish with a light stain, which has really brought out the figure of the grain. The oak cost around £400 and it took Den and me 3 days to make. A person on their own could expect to take about 5 days. A lot of hard work went into this, but I'd say the result is fit for a king.